Well, I know the forecast for tomorrow looks pretty quiet, John, and you warned us about those nice weather Wednesdays.
That's right. Never trust a sunny Wednesday. Always seems to lead to unsettled weather on the weekend, and it looks, unfortunately, like that's what's going to be playing out yet again. We just seem to be lining up these awful weather weekends. I'm sorry, but at least we have a new expression to remember it by, right? I want to share with you a couple of photos. I was off yesterday and a couple hit the email that I think are worth sharing. Check out this one from Eileen in Beach Lake. A little pop of color there on the tree. Big thanks to Eileen. She said she snapped that right from the house. And how about this Virginia creeper on a fence? From Cynthia in New Media sending in this photo. So nice to see some pops of fall color. I saw a little yesterday. I was up on Lake Scranton with my wife, taking a little peek around, seeing what we could see, and saw a little bit of color. And here's the latest fall foliage outlook for you. So moderate color. I mean, there's some good pops, but we're not near peak, that's for sure. Probably even a little past peak in portions of Susquehanna County. I wouldn't be surprised, just because we've seen kind of a poor foliage year. You know, we had all that rain, then it got really warm, so there's a lot of different fungi that have kind of taken over some of the leaves, especially on the maples. It's kind of making a mess of things there. So not so sure it's going to be a banner foliage year, but that said, some cool air finally and dry the next couple of days should help to bring out at least some of those fall colors. I would encourage you to go out and snap some pictures now, because this weekend, with more rain in the forecast and even a little bit of wind, and that may take some more leaves down. Temperatures tonight, right around 50 degrees for a lot of us, closer to 60 in central Pennsylvania, and of course cooler in the elevations. Look at Storaka at 48, as well as you in Lopez, 50 right now in Hazleton. We've kind of been in and out of some of the cloud cover today. Hopefully we're more out than in later on tonight. I'll show you why on that in a moment. But the reason that we just continue to see a lot of clouds and even some spritzels at times, so the system that brought us a bunch of rain over the weekend, instead of just rocketing out to sea, has instead done a little loop-de-loo back over southeastern Canada. It's kind of parked there now, and as long as it sits there, we'll continue to keep a lot of clouds around. So we're hoping to be clear enough tonight, tomorrow night. Okay, great chance to see the Starlink fly over. Never seen it? Look for a string of dots all moving in the same direction in the sky. Tonight happens at 7:41. Tomorrow night, it happens at 7:48. Look to the west. It'll be moving off towards the eastern sky. It lasts about 5 minutes. Tonight will be pretty high up off the horizon. Tomorrow night's at 7:48. It's going to be way up there. So tomorrow night may end up being a better view per se, but hey, if it's clear where you are tonight, go take a peek, because there's no guarantees in this pattern that it'll be clear tomorrow. Only partly clear sky conditions tonight. We're in the mid-40s. That's a peek at the temperatures in your backyard. So sure, an outlying spot or two getting close enough to 35 or so for frost, absolutely, but we don't expect anything widespread. Now, I shared this graphic on social media. It kind of took off on a viral post, but if you haven't seen it yet, it's about time to turn your fans into that winter setting. So there's a little button on the top, so you want to take it from, it's probably in the bottom setting, push it to the top so it goes into the winter mode and helps to pull that air up, the warm air. Kind of force it down your ceiling walls, or down your walls off your ceiling, and helps to circulate the air better. Saves a couple of bucks on your heating bill too. That's the next 3 days. Not bad. It is get cooler, but we're dry, and unfortunately, the weekend, area of low pressure coming in from the west, lots of green blobs there, so it looks like a good bet for at least showers, maybe even some steady rain that may linger into Sunday morning before this thing finally kicks out of here. I wish I had better news. If you're looking for some silver lining optimism from me in the backyard, okay, we'll give it to you. Sunday afternoon may be okay. We'll try to salvage that. Other than that, it's a cool pattern, but dry the rest of this work week. It's just, the weekend when a lot of people are off, that we've got some inclement weather moving back in. But tonight, Scott, hoping it's clear enough for the Starlink flyover. More on that coming up in Skywatch in just a little while.
Okay, John, we will see you. Thanks.
Yep.